What's up everybody, it's your girl Shana and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my first DIY on how to make a wooden tray out of scrap wood. If you want to see what this video turns out to be, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be the first to get my next upload. I'm using my miter saw to cut the wood down. If you do not have a miter saw, you could use a hand saw. If you do not have a hand saw, you could get one for a reasonable price at your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Arbor Freight, or Walmart. The size of my tray is going to be 14-inch wide and 18-inch long. I'm using my electrical hand sander to sand the wood down. If you do not have an electrical hand sander, you could use a sander block or sandpaper by hand. I'm using a 40 grit sandpaper to sand the wood down. This wood has sure seen some better days. Now I'm using a 100 grit sandpaper to sand the wood down. This will take me to the next level of finish that I'm trying to get to. I'm using sandpaper by hand of choice only because I have extra amount at home. This sandpaper does not fit with my electrical sander. Now I'm using 220 grit sandpaper to sand the wood down. This will take me to the final finish that I'm going for. I ran into a little bit of problem here, as you notice, with my hand sander, but I was able to fix it. Now it's time to assemble the tray. I'm using wood glue with my nail gun. If you do not have a nail gun, you could always use a hammer and some nails. Once apply the glue, make sure you hold pressure when you assemble the tray. This will give you a nice square finish look. Once I'm done assembling the corners of the tray, I'm going to be going into the side and put some extra nails in. This is to give the tray a little bit more stability. Now it's time to fill the nail holes. I ran into a little bit of problem with my wood filler. It was all dried out. So I'm going to use a method that I learned when I was in high school. I'm going to be using the sawdust from the wood that I cut with wood glue, mixing it together to make wood filler. Now I'm applying the wood filler in the nail holes, and I'm using a nail to do so. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go use a 220 grit sandpaper to sand the wood down. This will make my wood look all finished and good. Now it's time to paint the tray. I'm using my Waverly chalk paint in the color of white. My Waverly chalk paint is from Walmart. I also had that paint on hand. And I'm just painting up and down as I go across the tray. Make sure you paint the inner side of your tray before you paint the outer side. This will allow you to maneuver your tray as you paint. I'm going to be putting 2 coats of white paint on this tray. Once I'm done painting the tray, I'm going to leave it to dry for a few minutes. Once the tray is dry, I'm going to be using my stencil from the Dollar Tree. I'm using some painter's tape on the tray. This way I won't get my tray all messy when I spray paint. I'm using the color of gold Rust-oleum spray paint to do so. I'm going to be showing you my method that I use to spray paint my stencil on. This will allow you not to get your tray all messy. First you use painter's tape. Make sure the tape has a nice tight seal. This way, the spray paint won't bleed onto the white paint. Now I'm going to be using a garbage bag to cover the tray. Then I'm going in with my gold Rust-oleum paint. Now it's time to paint the handles. I'm going to be using a matte finish to seal the tray. Once the sealer is done and dry, I'm going to be putting the handles on. I'm using my hot glue today for video purpose. This tray is very heavy, so you have to make sure you use strong screws to install the handles. I'm doing so because I have no extra screws in hand.
And now it's time to reveal what you all have been waiting for. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Now remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth you. Until then, be blessed.